Welcome back to halftime of the Lindsey Wilson College basketball game. When it's halftime at Lindsey Wilson College, it's time for a view from the hill. I'm Dwayne Bonifer with Lindsey Wilson College, and this afternoon we're going to talk a little bit about what goes on behind the scenes at women's basketball here at Lindsey Wilson College. We're here with Derek Murphy, the student assistant of the women's basketball team, of course, alongside with John Wethington, the head coach. We're going to talk to Derek a little bit about being a student assistant at Lindsey Wilson College on the women's basketball team, and also ask him a little bit about how he wound up at Lindsey Wilson College. Derek, you're a freshman, undeclared freshman from Casey County, right up the road in Liberty, Kentucky. Talk a little bit about what it's like to be a student assistant here on the program at Lindsey Wilson.
Well, anything I can do to help the team, I always want to do, contribute anything I can in any way.
Have you, did you grow up a big basketball fan in Casey County?
Yeah, I always have been to ball games since I was little with my dad, so I've just always liked it.
Have you picked up some things this year about basketball, being a student assistant? Are there things you've learned or things you've noticed that maybe you didn't notice before?
Yeah, a lot more about the game that I didn't realize before. Used to, I would just watch. Now I really understand it a lot more than what goes on.
Derek, we mentioned you're an undeclared freshman. You have a few more years before you graduate and decide what you need to do after you get out of college. Have you thought about maybe a career related to basketball or sports? Has this helped you with that decision at all?
Yeah, if I ever thought about going into education, if that may be a possibility in the long run. I'm not sure yet.
John, we talked to Derek about how he grew up a big basketball fan. You grew up a big basketball fan as well, and a big reason I understand is because of Derek's father.
Yeah, his dad, Lee Murphy, he was he gave me a lot of opportunities that I didn't get from being where I was from in Clemensville in Casey County. But he used to take me to a lot of ball games, not just high school games, but you know, I got to see Louisville, Kentucky play the first time. You know, I got to go to a lot of different Louisville games and UK games, and not only in the state of Kentucky, excuse me, but a lot of other places. And you know, his dad and I go back a long ways. Matter of fact, it kind of makes me feel old standing here, thinking that you know, I remember when Derek was born. You know, and you know, been talking and been friends with Lee for years, and we've talked, and this opportunity opened for a student assistant this year. And Derek's a great golfer too. Derek's not only here with basketball, but he's a golfer on Lindsey's golfing team too.
Talk a little bit about the role of the student assistant, John. How do they help you and help the team?
Well, you know, they're the people behind the scene. Like Derek said, there's a lot goes into just, you know, a lot of people show up and watch the 40 minutes of basketball and don't realize how much work, you know, in our situation, we get up at 6 o'clock and we start practicing at 6 o'clock every morning. That means that Derek's got to be here. Derek's a big contributor on, he works with me with the big people in different drills, and he's involved in that. He's involved for a lot of different things. He's involved from getting laundry done to seeing that girls are there on time. He'll even have individual workouts with one of Steve or I, and you know, there's just a lot of things behind the scene that a lot of people don't know about.
Derek, let's talk a little bit about that golf game of yours. John mentioned that you came to Lindsey Wilson not only to be a student assistant, but to play golf. How long have you been involved with golf?
Since probably 5 or 6 years old. I've started as soon as I could get out on the golf course, really.
Well, you've just been here for a little more than a semester, but how's the golf program look here at the college?
Really good right now. We've got a real good team, no seniors, so we've got everybody coming back. We look to have a good run this spring.
Derek, talk a little bit about what attracted you to Lindsey Wilson College. Obviously, the relationship your families had with Coach Wethington, but growing up in Casey County right by, did you know a lot about Lindsey Wilson College, or when did you decide to come here?
Well, the part of being with Dad and him, play golf really, and I knew a lot about it. I'd been here quite a few times and watched ball games and things. Really, I just like the campus mostly.
You've been here a little more than a semester, as we said. What's it been like on the student life of things? Has it been a good experience for you?
Yeah, I really like it here. I wouldn't want to go anywhere else.
What sort of advice do you give to a prospective college student, maybe a high school senior out there right now looking for college? What's the one thing you tell them that Lindsey Wilson College has to offer?
The professors are really good with you. They a lot more one-on-one than any big university or somewhere like. It's more like high school. The classroom size is, and I really like that.
Well, we really like the fact that you're here helping out the women's basketball program. Thanks so much for joining us, Review from the Hill, and best of luck the rest of the semester, and also best of luck when the golf season kicks up again later this spring.
Thank you.
That's Derek Murphy, who's a student assistant here at Lindsey Wilson College, joining us with women's head coach John B. Weathington for Review from the Hill. That's going to do our View from the Hill for this afternoon. We're going to take another 60-second break here on WAIN. Then the Chris brothers will be back with some more halftime activities. You're listening to Lindsey Wilson College Blue Raider Sports on WAIN and watching it on Duo County Community Channel 2.